Hey everybody, listen, I don't know what you guys are doing, but can you guys jump on for just a second? I really want to talk about something that I think is going to really help us along the way, give us a good midweek push. And I think it's something that is going to really make a lot of sense. So if you have a moment, come in for just a second. I want to share something that's on my heart today. If you see my t-shirt, you already know what kind of vibe I'm on, what kind of mood I'm in, what I am ready to post up about today. And so I just want to give everybody just a moment to jump on to share with somebody because again, I think this is one of those things. Hey, y'all, I think this is one of those things that's going to make a lot of sense. I think it's one of those things that's going to really give us a little insight, really give us some perspective today. Something that I've been thinking about that I think is keeping a lot of us boxed up, keeping a lot of us bound up, keeping a lot of us from really accelerating. I think this is something, hey, y'all, I think this is something that I just sometimes, you know, how every now and again you need a reality check. Every now and again, you need a little bit of a gut check. So I was just thinking about some stuff and really want to put out something. Y'all know I like real, raw, relevant. So I want to put out some midweek motivation, and this might not be what's going to tickle your flesh. But I think it's really going to help you and help us because I'm not just helping people, I'm helping myself with this thing. I see y'all coming on, jumping in, tag your folks because this is going to get real good, real quick, like I like to say. I just want to deal with something that don't know. What I really wanted to title this was Don't Nobody Owe Me Nothing. Really wanted to title it that, but I'm trying to, I'm like, I don't want people trying to challenge me, thinking that did she really earn her degree? No, listen, they don't owe me a thing. But if I had to say it like I felt it, don't nobody owe me nothing. I really want to talk about this hindrance that has just been I think a thorn in our flesh for so long. Something that I have a really unique perspective about it, and I want to kind of share it. So as you guys can see, I'm not going to be on long. So I know a lot of people are doing a lot of things, and this is just a random pop up. So again, hey everybody, you're welcome to share. I'm Dr. Elisa Harney, the empowerment specialist, purpose positioning system that helps people get positioned to prosper in their purpose. My whole job is to help empower you in your potential, in your prosperity, on your platform, in your packaging and presentation. So that's who I am. That's what it's about. Hey, y'all, make sure y'all sharing because this is going to help somebody. I need to deal with entitlement. Ooh, yeah, we need to deal with entitlement and we need to deal with some stuff, how people can put unrealistic expectations on us and how we can put unrealistic expectations on other people. And that if we're not careful, it'll keep us in a place of stagnation. It'll get us stuck. And so I want to deal with that. So I have a shirt on that has a very interesting phrase that says expect nothing but appreciate everything. And so I really want to have a quick conversation about expectations. And so as an entrepreneur, as a person in leadership, if you're in ministry, whatever it is that you do, you will always have to deal with entitlement. You will always have to deal with self-entitlement. There's a level of entitlement that comes when you're connected with folks, whether it is in a friendship, oh yeah, I'm going. People feel like this is across the board, whether it's with people you've grown up with, people you've served under, people you've connected with in the past. There is this thing that is really it is a hindrance towards our ability to be able to go to the next level. And it's this thing called self-entitlement. Look, I'm just gonna go ahead and go for broke these quick minutes. So y'all come on and make sure you're sharing because this is this thing that we can walk in sometimes unexpectedly and we don't even realize that we are operating in this level of entitlement, and we don't realize that people try to make us feel obligated to them because they're walking in this level of entitlement. And so I want to go ahead, and it's not Monday, but I need to drop this mic. Stop holding people hostage in your head. Let me just go ahead and go ahead and come right out the gates with this one. Stop holding people hostage in your head. for the people in the back. Stop holding people hostage in your head. So what happens a lot of the time is we will hold folks hostage in our head. We'll think about what I did for them, and what I went through with them. And I remember when they didn't have nothing. I remember when we started from the bottom together. I remember when all they knew was this and this. And we hold people hostage in our head, and we have the audacity to think that they can't move on, and they can't move past certain things, and they can't evolve towards our last encounter. Man, let me just say that again. We think people can evolve past our last encounter. For the people in the back, we have the audacity to think and believe that people cannot evolve past our last encounter. And so we'll say things like, well, when I knew them, they didn't have this crowd. When I knew them, they wasn't making no money. When I knew them, you didn't have to schedule a meeting with them. When I knew them, they were just doing stuff for free as a favor. When I knew them, well, listen, people can evolve past your last encounter. Am I helping anybody? I hope y'all sharing, because I need to go ahead and drop this hot word. I keep it moving because I got stuff to do, right? But people can evolve past your last encounter. And I've never seen a time where so many people are holding folks hostage in their head. They're thinking that because this isn't where you left them, you think this is where you're going to find them again. And that's not true. People have the right to evolve past your last encounter. People might have been at the bottom, but now they've shifted somewhere else. And maybe you didn't evolve with them, or maybe your paths split and you went one way and they went somewhere else. It does not mean you have to get in your feelings. It does not mean you have to demonize the disconnection. It does not mean that you got to put your mouth on people that you don't even open your mouth to speak to. It doesn't mean any of those things. It just means that people can evolve past y'all's last encounter. Folks don't have to stay loyal to a level. Man, I didn't even know I was dropping all these mics. Listen, there go the wig, the edges, the hair pieces, and the ponytails. Can I just have to say, people don't have to stay loyal to their last level. Somebody got to type this, because I'm going to post. Don't y'all try to take my quotes. I'm posting all of them all day. People don't have to stay loyal to their last level. Yes, maybe we were in this place together, but I've evolved past it, and I don't have to stay loyal to that last level. Just because you met me there doesn't mean you'll meet me there again. Man, can I just throw this out there? I don't know who this is going to help today, but I just keep seeing so much of that. Just because you left me there doesn't mean I'm going to still be there. I don't have to stay loyal to that last level. And we hold on to people, and we want them to stay stagnant in the space that we saw them in the first place. And when we get an attitude, have the audacity to get an attitude when they're no longer accessible. We have the nerve to get an attitude when they're no longer relatable. We have the nerve to get an attitude when they're not talking to you, and they're not as the folks say, shucking and jiving with you like they used to. Well, who do they think they are? Well, listen, they don't owe you a thing. People don't owe you a thing. I don't have to stay loyal to my last level. Listen, I left the lobby. Y'all know I like talking about that. And so we have to get to a place where we are okay. We have to reconcile our reality that things have changed. People have evolved. Again, doesn't mean I got to demonize the disruption. I don't have to demonize the disconnect. I can still respect you and no longer relate with you. I have no problem with who you are, but I'm not interested in what you're doing. You don't have to keep me updated on what's going on at that last level. I'm good. I'm trying to get penthouse perspective so I can help you leave the lobby. And so you don't get upset because I don't want to get status updates about what's happening in the lobby. No, I'm good. Let me get on this elevator so I can get to the next level. And so again, we don't need to hold people hostage in our head. And that keeps us from really shifting into our next level. It keeps us from really going and being the people we're called to be, because we're sitting there trying to expect people to come along. Well, I don't understand. All these folks I helped in the past, I helped them get where they were. And when they didn't have nothing, I was there. And thank you. I mean, what else do you expect for them? Listen, expect nothing. Appreciate everything. I appreciate what you did for me at my last level. I appreciate how you helped me. I appreciate you having my back. I appreciate you hiding my secrets. I appreciate you covering me. But I can respect you and still don't have to relate to you. I don't have to stay loyal to the lobby. I can go to the next level. And so we've got to get out of this place where we feel so entitled to people as they evolve. Man, you can't be entitled to a person's evolution. You can't let me just say it like this. Stop being entitled to somebody else's elevation. There it is. I'm dropping mics all day. Stop being entitled to other people's elevation. Well, now that they at that level, look to me like they ought to come back and invite me on the platform. Now that they making that kind of money, look to me like they ought to be trying to bless me because I did do this for them. Listen. We got it twisted. That's self-entitlement. And self-entitlement, I believe, is what's going to sabotage us. It's going to sabotage our success. It's going to sabotage our ability to shift. See, here it is. And I'm already in here. So let me stay live. Thank y'all for coming on. Thank y'all for sharing. Y'all going to get this midweek rant because we've just got to get to a place where we understand don't nobody, and I'm saying it like I said, it owe me nothing. Nobody. I can sit around in my feelings all day. But it makes no sense for me to feel as though now that I'm shifting that people are supposed to support me, that people are supposed to do stuff for me. Well, I helped them when they didn't have nothing, when nobody knew their names, and when they didn't have anybody to do. They ought to come back and they ought to be trying to. No, they don't have to do nothing. People don't owe me a thing. And as soon as we reconcile that in our reality, we'll be able to move to the next level. I'm telling you. And so this is what I came up with. I was thinking about self-entitlement. If you really think about it, it's an unrealistic expectation based on how you see yourself and how you think other people see you. Yeah, let me just go ahead in here and give y'all these few moments so I can get back to work. But self-entitlement is this unrealistic expectation based on how you see yourself and how you think other people see you. One more time for y'all in the back. Self-entitlement is this unrealistic expectation based on how you see yourself and how you think other people see you. So if you see yourself as somebody's savior, you want everybody else to see, well, I saved them from bankruptcy. Well, honey, I remember when her relationship was going bad. I remember when their marriage was on the rock, but I prayed and I helped them and I gave her a little change. Now they going on cruises and stuff. Well, what do you want from them? If they've already said thank you, if they've already acknowledged it, nobody has to stay loyal to their last level. I need us to get that truth. And so if the only thing that you knew about me was me at a place where I was struggling, now that I'm no longer struggling, why do I want to stay loyal to the struggle? No, I'm past that. Thank you. You can come with me. We can stay together. But I don't need updates from the lobby. I don't need you reminding me, well, why you out there having a good time and why it look like you out there living your best life. It's some of us that still got to work. It's some of us that still got to do what we do. Listen, I don't need updates from the lobby. I need y'all to expect nothing, appreciate everything. I'm grateful for everything. If you need something from me, I will always be in a position if you ask me to help you, to support you, to take care of you. But I need us to understand that we have to get to in our mind, we have to reconcile this, that there is nobody that owes us not one thing. That's why we can't move forward in our business, because we looking at the people that were in the lobby, or we looking at people that were at our last level. That's who we expect to support us. I can't believe my church didn't support me. What? They didn't have to. They literally don't. Nobody owe you nothing. We got to get there. I can't believe my family didn't buy my book. They don't have to. Expect nothing. Appreciate everything. Nobody has to do anything they don't want to do. Yeah, but I took care of her kids when and listen, and thank you for that. But I need you to reconcile that with your reality. You're walking in a level of self-entitlement that does not belong to you. I need you to leave that level so you can shift. And so until we get it in our heads, we're going to always be running around behind the same people. We always going to be looking for the same connections. We always going to stay in the same circles. We're going to always be operating in this obligation obligatory mindset for people who have left the lobby. We've got to reconcile where we are with where we've been. Listen, I don't have to stay loyal to my last level. I need somebody to hear this. This is a threat for our progression. We can't progress the right way. We can't shift the right way. I'm telling y'all, you cannot be entitled to another person's elevation. I can't say just because when we were at the bottom, started from the bottom, now we here. Well, listen, I can't speak for where you at. I can only be from where I am. And so we have to hear this message and we have to take it into account that I'm not entitled to somebody's evolution. Yeah, but I was the one. Don't forget to pay it forward. Listen, everybody has an assignment. Y'all better hear me. My assignment might be different than somebody else's assignment. And what happens with us is if we get into a place where we are entitled to another person's elevation, we're going to have an attitude when they don't come back and pick us up. When they don't come back and I would have expected if anybody, she would have shouted out. If anybody, he should have said something about. If anybody, it should have been me. Listen, that's self-entitlement. Nobody's entitled. I'm not entitled to anybody's elevation. So what I'm appreciative, again, I expect nothing and I appreciate everything. So thank you. Listen, we got to be able to let people know. Thank you for what you did, because some people are holding y'all hostage in their head. Some people holding y'all hostage in their heart, and some people holding y'all hostage in their hands. No, thank you. Listen, let me get that grip. You holding my coattail, making sure. Let me just make sure you stay. Let me just make sure that you don't think so highly of yourself. Let me just make sure that. Let me tug on you. Don't you get the big head. Listen, I can't get the big head because God is my head. Wait a minute, what? I can't get the big head because God is my head. So I don't need you pulling my coattail. I don't need you coming on my post trying to say my nickname from the past to think you bringing me back down to the lobby. No, listen, stop holding people hostage. Let me get that up off of you. Let me move you. I'm good. Thank you. Listen, thank you. How can I will never be able to repay you. And since I'm never going to be able to repay you, let me just say I appreciate you. Let me send you a seed of appreciation. If you need something, let me know, but I will not stay loyal to my next level, and you will not be entitled to my elevation. I don't know who getting set free with this, but I was in a meeting, y'all, and I was in a meeting with my EA, and we were actually doing some work, and I had to stop, and I said, wait a minute, I messed around and put this shirt on, and I got an attitude, because I've never seen a time where we are so stagnant because we're trying to facilitate familiarity. Just because you knew me then doesn't mean you know me now. Stop trying to hold me hostage in your head. And so we have to get to the place when people are saying, now don't you get to hold on, because I knew you when you were young, but you don't know me now that I've gotten older. Well, I knew you when you didn't have nothing. Yeah, but you don't know the me that does have something now. Well, I knew you when didn't nobody know your name. That's fine, but do you know me now? Everybody knows my name. We have to stop staying loyal to our last level. And then the other part of that is, again, we have to stop feeling entitled to somebody else's elevation. Don't nobody owe you nothing. Listen, I'm telling you, this is just a reality check that we have to have. We have to do some internal inventory. We have to do some external evaluation, and we have to do some atmosphere assessment. Listen, it must be said. And so we have to, that's right. Sometimes there is a realm of reintroduction, man. I didn't mean to come on here and start showing out, but let me just tell you, it's the shirt today. I already know what done triggered me. That sometimes there is a realm called reintroduction. So let me just say to this, let me reintroduce you to this person. And this person might not be buddy with you. This person might not be besties with you. This person might not be able to text you all the time. This person might not be able to give you the phone access that you used to have. So this is now the realm of reintroduction. I didn't forget where I came from, but guess what? I'm more focused on where I'm going. And so we have to get to a place where we are okay to shift, where we give ourselves permission to move differently, where we give ourselves permission to elevate, where we give ourselves permission to leave the lobby. I'm telling you, this entitlement thing is going to threaten us. This entitlement thing is going to keep us from shifting. Stop. Can I just talk to the entrepreneurs for just a second? Stop trying to create products you think your mama and them and your church and them gonna like, because those may not ever be that might not ever be your people. Though they don't say nothing about it, because is that who the Lord called you to? Is entrepreneurship, is that have you even gotten with somebody, a coach, a mentor, a strategist that can really help you identify who your people are? A lot of the reasons why we're stuck in rejection is, again, because we expect something out of people that we shouldn't. It's unrealistic. And so we keep trying to build products out of other people's preferences. Those just might not be your people. And so we've got to get to the place where we're okay in this next realm of evolution. We've got to get to the place where we're okay shifting to our next level. I need y'all to hear this. Again, I ain't forgot. You don't need to remind me where I came from. I'm reminded of it every day. As a matter of fact, one of the motivators for what I do, the reason I do what I do, is because I don't ever want to go back to where I've been. Y'all better hear this. Instead of people sitting getting entitled and getting the attitude, well, you better remember where I do. And I remember it every day, and it reminds me I don't want to go back to that. I don't want to go back to petty. I don't want to go back to poverty. I don't want to go back to passivity. I don't want to go back to procrastination. I don't want to go back to perfectionism. I don't want to go back to my past. My past has passed. I don't have to be held hostage in your hand or in your heart or in your head. And so when we get to the place where we understand that it's okay to leave the lobby, when we get to the point where we understand that I don't have to be loyal to my last level, then maybe we'll finally start moving differently. Maybe we'll start going forward. Maybe we'll start breaking away from unhealthy codependencies. Maybe we'll tell people, listen, I have carried you long enough. I have let you ride my back long enough. I have tried to carry you, tote you in my hand long enough. I have paid your bills long enough. I have gave you discounts long enough. I have done it for free long enough. I have gave you this shoulder to cry on and this ear to listen long enough. But let us lay aside the weight and let them wait. Man, can I just say this again for the people? Let us lay aside the weight, and then we just gonna let them wait. May the Lord watch. And peace. And so again, we got to give ourselves permission. And this thing that I'm talking about, it's a barrier to us being able to build. It's a barrier to us being able to be bold, because we sitting there thinking about, I can't show up because that person right there, they're not able to do it. And I don't want them thinking, I don't want anybody. Listen, thank you. I appreciate you in my last season. Thank you for allowing me to vent. Thank you for allowing me to grow. Thank you for giving me space on your platform. Thank you for taking care of me when I didn't have it. Thank you for looking back out for me. I appreciate it. I appreciate you, and thank you. Here is my appreciation. But at the end of the day, I will not stay hostage in your heart. I will not remain hostage in your hand, because now that I'm ready to shift, now that I'm ready to pivot, now that I'm ready to expand, now that I'm ready to go further, you will not hold me hostage, and I don't have to remain loyal to my last level. So thank you. And so we got to get to a place again where we continue to elevate. Anybody that tries to hold you hostage, anybody that wants to anchor you to your last level, anybody that will not appreciate your acceleration is trying to hinder you. It's trying to do. Sometimes it's something on the inside of them that's making them want to deter you. Sometimes they're saying, you know what, I don't want to shift, and so I don't want you to shift, because who gonna stay back here with me? Listen, I'm just gonna have to let you find your next crew. Because this is not it for me, because I've been called higher. I have a new assignment, and so I'm okay. I don't expect you to come and try to support me. I get it. I'm not going to be looking for you to try to take care of me. It is not your responsibility to come and make sure that I'm okay with that. But I will no longer be loyal to my last level. It's okay for me to shift. It's okay for me to go higher. It's okay for me to take it to the next level. It's okay for me to go. So I just wanted to pop on and give y'all this midweek motivation. I just wanted to show up and make sure that we understood that nobody owes us nothing. I told y'all I wanted to tag this, don't nobody owe me nothing. But I just need y'all to understand that a lot of the reason why we are not seeing the manifestation of more, let me say it again, the reason why a lot of us are not seeing the manifestation of more is because we look into our last level for our next level. We look into our past for our purpose. And I'm just wanting us to lay aside. The Bible says, and I ain't even want to shift over to this, but I press towards the mark. Right? I've got to forget those things which are behind me, and I've got to look for those things which are before me and press that way. No man having put his hand to the plow and looking back. I appreciate everything, but I got to keep moving. I appreciate your support, but I still got to move further. And so we have to say, God, I need you to send the winds of release. Help me release people that have released me. Let me just shift here. Help me release people who've already released me. They've already moved on. You see, they not calling. You see, they not texting. You see, they not up on your post. You see, they not buying your products. Don't get an attitude. Listen, get free today. Get free. Let it go. Stop holding people hostage in your heart. Stop trying to feel entitled to people's elevation. Set yourself loose. Listen, it's okay. I'm okay with that. And so we've got to get to the place where we allow the winds of release to release us. I need to help me release people who've already released me. I'm not mad. I don't have an attitude. It's okay. I'm saying, listen, I'm glad you moving. I'm glad you shifting. I ain't mad. If we still cool, we still cool. I'm good. But if you have a new set of friends, if you have a new set of folks, if you don't ever invite me back to your platform, if you don't ever click like on anything I do, if you don't ever shift or share anything that I have, listen, I'm still okay. Because I expect nothing, but I appreciate everything. We've got to get to that place where we release people who've already released us. I'm not entitled to anybody else's elevation. They don't have to come back and pick me up. They don't have to push me forward. They don't have to give me a platform. Nobody has to do anything. Oh, yeah, look, I leave spammers on my page, honey, because I just declare and decree that while they popping and scamming, that they're going to hear a word that'll set them free and take them to the next level. But so let me just make sure that we hear very clearly that's how distractions happen. But at any time, I know that I shifted into my next assignment because it's never been a time when I go live that it's never happened to me like this. But in the last few months, as a matter of fact, when I started the evolution of elevation, all kind of things start popping up. That's when I knew I was agitating atmospheres. Can I tell y'all that blesses me because that lets me know I'm in the right place. That lets me know that I'm doing the right thing. That lets me know, that lets me know that I'm shifting the way I'm supposed to shift. And so I just want us so that we don't walk around hindered, so that we don't walk around with a heavy heart, so that we don't walk around in the spirit of offense, so that we don't walk around dejected and oppressed. I want us to get to the place where we understand very clearly that nobody owes us anything. Nobody. We have to get to the place where we recognize that self-entitlement is an unrealistic expectation of somebody to treat us a certain way based on how we think about ourselves and what we think somebody else, how they should treat us. We've just got to get to the place where we say, you know what? It's fine. I'm good. I appreciate everything you've done, and I'm okay. Listen, let me release that. Let me release you so that I'm not stalking your page, seeing what you're doing every day. Let me release you so that I'm not asking people, did y'all see what she? Let me release you so that I ain't on Instagram sending your post to everybody, asking them what they think about it. Let me release you so that I'm not screenshotting your stuff to remind myself that I remember when you didn't have this. Let me release you so that I don't have to badmouth you every time your name come up. Let me release you so that I can see you post about what you're doing and I don't feel an attitude and I don't have to feel insecure about what I'm not doing. Let me release you so I can be released. Man, I hope this helped somebody today. I always say to folks that I never know what my obedience is tied to. And so I have to, anytime there is an urge, anytime there is an urgency for me to say something, release a word, put something out there, it's because I don't want us, and in a few weeks, for every last Monday of every year, I do a things to leave behind before we go into the new year. So y'all can go ahead and mark your calendars. The last Monday of this month, I'm going to be doing 20 things to leave in 2020. And so one of the things that we have to go ahead and get to is that we go ahead and leave unrealistic expectations. Right. Let me go ahead and leave that now, because I don't want to think that I'm entitled to your evolution. I don't want to think that I'm entitled to your elevation. Let me get to the place where I'm not hindered because I'm trying to hold you hostage to your last level. I'm mad because you won't be loyal to your last level. I gotta get free so that I can move forward. I gotta get free so I can move forward. I gotta get free. I got to get free so that I'm able to move forward. So listen, y'all, I'm Dr. E. This was just a midweek pop-up that I just needed to. If I was a little, a little thick with what I said, it was because I'm very passionate about what I've been seeing and what's been happening. And so I just really wanted to give us conversation that was, y'all know I tell y'all that truth plus transparency equals transformation. Thank you guys. If you have not been following me, if this is your first time being introduced to me, again, you can find me everywhere on all the social media. I'm on Clubhouse, I'm on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, Periscope, Twitter, and I got a YouTube channel. Make sure you're following me. I got a new club they calling it the Country Club for Kingdom Women, RK Club. Enrollment is open. Now it's a premium club and we got some premium stuff, which means we got some premium prices. But if you want to be a part of a group of women that's going to shift you, give you the support you need, give you the resources you need, give you the therapy you need, give you the health and wellness you need, give you the style and fashion you need, give you the strategy and financial resources that you need to shift, you need to go find rkclub.com and join us. If you're looking for a next level, I think I may have one spot left in my premium coaching program. I don't have a lot of one-on-one access. That's why I really value the times where I am able to come up and do a pop-up. But if you're ready for the next level in your business, you're ready to start seeing 5, 6, 7 figures in your business, make sure that you hit me up to ask for the application link for my premium coaching program that is definitely available. And if you say, well, I'm not at that level, but find me a mid-level. I want a level of mentorship. People have been asking me about it. I do low-key have a group mentorship, a new premium group mentorship. You're going to have to hit us up in our inbox to ask for the application for that. I only have a very small group of people that I'm going to allow to be into this mentorship to get this level of access and intimacy. And so make sure that you hit us up in our DMs or in our Facebook messaging and then Facebook message and leave us a message so that we can give you the information about it. Again, thank y'all for stopping by and sharing these few moments with me. I don't know when I'm going to pop up again, but I had to get that out of my system. I'm going to go on back to work now. But if this message helped you or blessed you or gave you some insight, be sure to share it with somebody else. Be sure to tag somebody else in it. And let's keep it going. Thank y'all so much. I'll see y'all next time.